This is the story of a little bird who lived in a hot, unforgiving desert. Her life was filled with pain. She was constantly sick, her feathers had fallen out, and she couldn't fly. With no permanent home, no food, and no water, her days were a blur of loneliness, struggle, and deep sadness. One day, a beautiful white pigeon flew overhead. Seeing him, the weak little bird called out, "Brother, please stop." The pigeon landed gently beside her and asked, "What happened, sister? Why do you look so sad?" The little bird looked up with tired eyes and asked, "Where are you going?" The pigeon replied, "I am going to heaven." Hearing this, a tiny spark of hope flickered in the little bird's heart. She folded her wings as if in prayer and said, "Brother, please, when you are in heaven, ask God about me. Ask Him when my pain will end. When will my bad days finally turn into good ones?" The pigeon promised her, "I will surely ask about you," and with a gentle nod, he flew away. When the pigeon reached heaven, he met an angel at the entrance. The pigeon told the angel about the suffering bird and asked about her fate. The angel looked into the book of life and replied, "God has written 10 more years of sorrow in her life. She will have no happiness until then." The pigeon's heart sank. He felt so sad for the little bird. "If I tell her this," he said to the angel, "she will lose all hope and break completely. Isn't there any way to help her?" The angel thought for a moment and then said, "Tell her to keep saying one thing in every situation. Thank you, God, for everything. This is her real test." The pigeon returned to the desert and delivered the angel's message. At first, the little bird didn't understand, but she made a solemn promise to herself. No matter what happened, she would always say, "Thank you, God, for everything." When she fell on the scorching hot sand, she whispered, "Thank you, God, for everything." When she was overcome with thirst and couldn't find a single drop of water, she repeated, "Thank you, God, for everything." When her remaining feathers fell out due to her sickness, she still said with all her might, "Thank you, God, for everything." Slowly, something magical began to happen. Her old, weak feathers were replaced by strong new ones. One day, as she was walking weakly through the desert, dark clouds gathered in the sky. Strong winds began to blow, and suddenly, heavy rain started to fall. In the barren desert, green plants began to sprout all around her. A small, clear pond of water appeared nearby. She became healthy again. She could fly again. She became happy. Just 10 days later, the white pigeon happened to be passing by again. He was shocked to see the little bird, happy and healthy, flying and laughing. The once dry, desolate place was now full of life and greenery. The pigeon was confused. "How is this possible?" he thought. The angel said her life would be full of pain for 10 more years. He quickly flew back to heaven and found the angel. "What happened?" he asked. "You said she would suffer for 10 years, but her life completely changed in just 10 days. The angel smiled and said, "Yes, her fate was written with 10 years of sorrow, but she changed it." When someone honestly says thank you, God, for everything in every situation, good or bad, they burn away their past karma. Her test was over. Her 10 years of sorrow were reduced to just 10 days because of her pure, unwavering gratitude. So often, the moment a small problem comes into our lives, we start complaining. We ask, "Why me?" But we forget that gratitude has the power to change our lives. When we can truly say thank you, God, for everything in every situation, whether it's painful or beautiful, we begin to change our own destiny. Complaining makes life heavier. Gratitude makes life lighter. So from today, make a promise to yourself. Whatever situation you find yourself in, always thank God with all your heart. Sometimes, just this one small change can transform your entire life. Let's all say it together. Thank you, God, for everything. Thank you for watching.